finally tonight, a murder in Texas 29 years ago, an execution 6 years later, and now a report that aims to clear the name of the man who paid for the crime with his life.
On the broadcast tonight, life and death, tonight's execution in Georgia, and why so many people have been fearing an innocent man being put to death.
Davis was convicted and sentenced to death for the 1989 murder of Savannah police officer Mark McPhail. Witnesses testified Davis shot McPhail in the face and chest as he helped a homeless man. But 7 of the 9 witnesses later recanted their testimony, several claiming police coercion. No DNA evidence links him to the crime.
Ray Suarez has the story and a warning. Some of the images are graphic.
A man entered a gas station on a February night in 1983 in a dangerous neighborhood of Corpus Christi, Texas. The clerk, Wanda Lopez, a poor single mother, was on edge when she called police. A man leaped over the counter, stabbed Lopez in the left breast, and wrestled her to the ground, splattering blood across the walls. An eyewitness saw the man flee. 40 minutes later, police had their suspect, Carlos DeLuna. The killer was another man, DeLuna insisted, another Carlos Hernandez.
Maybe one day the truth will come out, and I'm hoping it will. And if I end up getting executed for this purpose, I don't think it's right,
DeLuna maintained his innocence at every opportunity.
Good evening. No execution has received this much attention in decades. In this case, it's because so many people are convinced of his innocence. Troy Davis was condemned to die for the murder of an off-duty police officer back in 1989.
Texas executed him 6 years later by lethal injection.
That word may not come before the 7 o'clock scheduled execution. Barring a legal miracle, Troy Davis has just minutes left to live.
Prosecutors claimed Hernandez didn't exist. But while DeLuna waited on death row, Hernandez was telling people about the gas station murder. He also used the same kind of knife that killed Lopez to attack other women. They found mistakes in the police investigation, problems with the eyewitness identification, missing information in the trial where DeLuna was found guilty, and in his appeals process.
Pope Benedict and former President Jimmy Carter are among prominent voices saying there's too much uncertainty.
People like that, when we have doubts that they could well be innocent, we shouldn't be executing them, period.
Evidence is in doubt. They do not have true evidence that this man is guilty.
The study concludes that for the first time, evidence shows that a state has executed an apparently innocent person.
Well, we think it is a very, very big deal, and we put it out for the public to read.
Ahead of tonight's execution, the protests spread far beyond the prison gates in Jackson, Georgia.
Stop the execution!
From California to the nation's capital, they shouted.
They say death no! We say hell no!
Their chants echoed overseas in London, Paris, and Rome.
And we see a lot of evidence that this actually is seeping into the public consciousness at a time of a great debate about the death penalty. 5 states have abolished in the last 5 years. California is going to have a big referendum. We believe that over time, this will become very much a part of the discussion, and it will be hard, very hard, not to take it into consideration.
Professor James Liebman from Columbia Law School, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
This struggle is for all the Troy Davises who came before me and all the ones who will come after me. But I will not stop fighting until I've taken my last breath.
With everything happening today, you don't know whether you're coming or going, but you think that you're on